Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying encouraged. I want to take a few moments to speak from the heart about something that's been pressing on my spirit. Unlock your miracles? Has God actively healed you lately? Let's be honest. Life is hard. We carry burdens in our bodies, minds, and spirits that can sometimes feel too heavy to bear. Illness, emotional wounds, financial stress, broken relationships. They weigh us down. But the good news, the best news, is that God is still in the business of healing. He's not distant, not silent, and definitely not finished with you. Ask yourself this: has God healed you lately? Maybe your first thought is no, or not that I can tell. But pause for a moment. Look deeper. Healing isn't always loud and dramatic. Sometimes it's subtle. An unexpected peace during chaos. A night of restful sleep after weeks of anxiety. The slow return of hope where only despair used to live. That is healing. Miracles often don't look like what we expect. We imagine dramatic recoveries or parting seas. And yes, God can absolutely do that. But sometimes, miracles unfold in the everyday. A doctor finding the right diagnosis after months of confusion. A friend calling at just the right moment. A heart that begins to forgive. A mind that slowly regains clarity. These are the fingerprints of God. Evidence that He's actively working in our lives. Healing is not just physical. God heals wounds you don't show and scars you forgot to tend to. He restores what was lost, renews what was broken, and revives what seemed dead. Whether you're walking through a physical illness, battling depression or anxiety, grieving a loss, or feeling spiritually numb, God sees it. He knows. And more importantly, He heals. But here's the key. Unlocking your miracles often begins with faith and surrender. Healing begins when we stop trying to carry it all alone and open our hearts fully to Him. Even if it's messy, even if it's just a whispered prayer through tears, even if your faith feels small. God doesn't need perfect people. He just needs willing hearts. If you haven't seen your miracle yet, don't give up. Keep praying. Keep trusting. Sometimes the miracle is already happening. You just haven't recognized it yet. So I encourage you, reflect today. Has God actively healed you lately? If the answer is yes, testify. Share it. Declare it. Your story may be the key that unlocks someone else's miracle. And if you're still waiting, still hurting, keep pressing in. Your healing is closer than you think. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are being held by a God who heals, restores, and makes all things new. I want to continue what we started, because when we talk about healing and miracles, we're talking about the heartbeat of heaven. We're talking about the nature of a God who doesn't just watch from afar. He moves close, He steps in, and He brings life where there once was none. Have you unlocked your miracle yet? Or have you unknowingly closed the door because it didn't arrive how you expected? God is not limited by what we consider possible. He doesn't follow our timelines. He doesn't conform to what doctors predict, what counselors say, or even what we feel is true. He is God, and when He shows up, nothing stays the same. Some of you are walking through seasons where your healing hasn't shown up yet. You've cried out, you've fasted, you've begged for breakthrough, and the silence feels unbearable. But let me remind you of something crucial. God's silence is not His absence. The waiting room isn't a punishment, it's preparation. He's growing something in you that's stronger than the pain and deeper than the need. And what about emotional healing? Some of you are smiling on the outside but bleeding on the inside. You've been betrayed, abandoned, overlooked, or abused. You've developed coping mechanisms just to survive. But surviving isn't living. God wants more for you. He wants to restore your joy. He wants to lift the heavy weight that's been pressing on your chest for years. You were not created to live in fear. You were not made to just get by. You were not designed for a life of silent suffering. You were created to live free, whole, and healed, spirit, soul, and body. So here's the challenge today. What if your miracle is waiting on the other side of your worship? What if it's waiting on the other side of your obedience, of forgiving that person, of stepping out in faith, of letting go of what's comfortable? Unlock your miracle not just with your prayers, but with your trust. Say to God, even if I don't see it yet, I believe you're working. Even if I still feel the pain, I trust that you are healing me. Even when the night is long, I believe morning is coming. The enemy wants you to think it's too late, that your condition is final, that your past disqualifies you. But the devil is a liar. Your story is still being written. God is not done with you. The same power that raised Jesus from the grave is alive and active in you. Expect miracles, because our God, He's still healing, He's still saving, He's still moving, and your miracle, yes, your miracle is not impossible. Stay in faith, stay in worship, and watch what God will do.